Climate change is having a significant impact on our environment in various ways. We are seeing rising global temperature leading to more frequent and severe weather events like drought and wildfire. The melting of glacier and ice caps is causing the sea level to rise, threatening the coastal community. Additionally, change in the temperature and precipitation patterns like affecting the ecosystem and wildlife, leading to habitat loss and endangering the species. It is crucial for us to address this impact and work towards sustainable solutions to protect our environment for future generations. So we are going to have an interview session through with a few questions related to climate change with students who study at Taylor's University.
How can individuals and communities contribute to mitigating climate change and promoting sustainability?
Individuals and communities play a crucial role in mitigating climate change and promoting sustainability. They can reduce energy consumption by conserving energy using new renewable sources like solar panels and practicing the 3R: reduce, reuse, and recycle to minimize the waste. And one more, sustainable transportation such as carpool, public transit, or biking can help to cut the carbon emissions. While choosing the local source organic foods and reduce meat consumption can lessen the environmental impact of food production. Conserving water, advocating for supporting politics and participating in communities initiative future contribute to sustainable effort. By educating themselves and others, supporting sustainable business and collective, advocating for systemic change, individuals and communities can make significant strides towards combining climate change and securing the sustainable future.
What are some of the potential economic impacts of climate change and how can they be mitigated?
Climate change impacts our society by distributing the natural, economic, and social system we depend on. This distribution will affect food supply, industry supply chain, and financial market, damage infrastructure and cities, and harm human health and global development. Promoting ecological industry, agriculture, fishing, and livestock farming, food sustainability, responsible consumption, and the 3R rules: reduce, reuse, and recycle. By taxing the use of fossil fuel and CO2 emissions market. Thank you.
In your opinion, what role should governments and organizations play in addressing climate change?
Government and big groups have a big job in dealing with climate change. Think of governments like our leaders making important rules to keep our planet safe. They need to make sure we use clean energy like sun and wind, and we don't harm nature too much. Big companies are like giants in the story. They must use ways that don't hurt Earth, such as recycling and not polluting world too much. It's important that these companies tell us what they're doing to help. When countries and groups team up, amazing things can happen. It's like big teams working together to keep our home safe. Everyone should know why it's important to be kind to the world. We can learn, tell others so that more people can join in. If governments and big groups join forces, they can lead us to a future where Earth stays healthy and happy.
How would you describe the current state of climate change and its impact on our planet?
Climate change is like world is getting a fever. The planet is getting warmer because of things like burning fossil fuels or cutting too many trees. This causes problems like more heat waves, storms, or floods. Ice in Antarctic is melting, which can cause sea level to rise and flood coastal areas. Plants and animals are having tough time because the place they live in they're changing too fast. Some might disappear forever. People are affected too. Farmers find it harder to grow food because of the weather is unpredictable.
How do you see the concept of climate justice intersecting with climate change issues?
Climate justice intersects with climate change issues by highlighting the ethical, social, and political dimensions of climate change. It emphasizes the fair treatment of all people, particularly those most vulnerable to the impacts of climate change, and calls for equitable distribution of the burdens and benefits of the climate action. This includes addressing historical and current inequalities, ensuring the participation of marginalized communities in decision-making processes, and prioritizing the protection of human rights in climate politics and strategies. In a sense, climate justice seeks to address the underlying injustices that exacerbate climate change and ensure the climate responses are inclusive, equitable, and respectful of human dignity.
How can global cooperations and collaboration can be fostered to address climate change effectively?
Global cooperation and collaboration to address climate change effectively require a multifaceted approach that encompasses various strategies and actions. Firstly, international agreements such as the Paris Agreement provide a crucial framework for countries to commit to collective action and set targets for reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Diplomatic efforts are essential to facilitate dialogue, negotiation, and consensus building among nations with diverse priorities and interests, ensuring that all voices are heard and accounted for in the decision-making process.
What are the most pressing challenges or obstacles in addressing climate change on a global scale?
In my opinion, the most pressing challenges in addressing the climate change on a global scale includes political wills, such as many governments prioritize short-term economic gains over long-term sustainability, hindering the implementation of effective climate policies. Moreover, international cooperation, lack of collaboration and agreement among nations hampers effort to develop comprehensive solutions and reach the ambitious climate targets. Furthermore, there are economic barriers. For example, the cost associated with renewable resource technology and sustainable practices can deter their adaptation, particularly in developing countries with limited resources. Lastly, public awareness and education. Insufficient understanding of urgency and severity of climate change among the general population impedes the collective action and support for immigration efforts. So, addressing these challenges requires concentrated effort from government and the innovative civil society and individuals to prioritize sustainability, collaboration globally, and innovative for a cleaner, better future.
What advancement in technology or innovation do you see as critical in combating climate change?
In the battle against climate change, technology stands as our greatest ally. It is through innovation that we can address the pressing challenges facing our planet. Advancement in renewable energies, energy storage, sustainable agriculture, and carbon capture technologies are not mere options but necessities for our today's life. Let us harness this tool to pave the way for a greater, more greener, more sustainable future for generations to come, so that our later generation can enjoy a better and more greener life. Thank you.
After conducting interviews on various aspects of climate change, everyone expressed and shared understanding of the urgency and severity of climate change and its multi-phase impact on our planet.
To take care of the environment and prevent climate change, we can take steps such as reducing energy consumption using eco-friendly transportations, minimizing plastic usage, and practicing recycling. Additionally, supporting green initiatives like tree planting and renewable energy sources can make a big positive impact on the environment through small actions. Despite the challenges of climate change, there are reasons to be hopeful. Advancement in technology, increased awareness, and the economic benefits of transitioning to a low-carbon economy are all driving positive change. By taking decisive actions now, society can mitigate the worst impact of climate change and build a more sustainable and resilient future to generations to come.